Can you keep a secret? Yes? Okay, but can you be a secret? That's right. Can you be a secret? Can you do good without any possibility of receiving recognition, praise, or gratitude? Yes? Wonderful. Can you go further? Can you do good and walk away without anyone knowing you were involved or even that you exist? Still yes? Outstanding. What about this test? Can you do good deeds for someone who not only shows no gratitude, but hates you, and means you harm? Uncertain. That is understandable because I just asked if you can behave supernaturally, happy to secretly give, protect, save, rescue, and help, regardless to the response of the receiver. I have one last question. Can you be a secret treasury? Confused? I am asking if people can confide in you, and trust you to treasure their secret deposits and keep them confidential? The spiritual discipline of secrecy involves both keeping secrets and being a secret. How is your practice of this discipline going? Most people never think of secrecy as a spiritual practice. It is true that often secrets conceal evil, but it is also true that secrets can conceal good. Healthful secrecy is described as practicing the Spirit of Christ reflected in hiddenness, anonymity, lack of display and the holding of confidences. Here is scriptural support for spiritually beneficial secrecy.
Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others as better than yourselves. Philippians 2 verse 3. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door and pray to your Father, who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. Matthew 6 verse 6.
A deed that exists for the sake of recognition is not for God, it is for you. Secrecy keeps us from practicing ostentatious displays of good works for the sake of image building, or reward seeking. Secrecy helps us avoid quid pro quo acts where you expect the good you do to be returned, sometimes with interest. When we are kind, loving, helpful, courteous, or generous to be seen and admired, then our good works are not good works at all. Ananias and Sapphira learned that lesson when they sought the high opinion of others by pretending to be more generous than they actually were. God was offended enough to send them both to their graves. Through secrecy, we learn to give freely rather than for kickbacks. Many people respond to the call for help of others out of conceit, and in pursuit of vainglory. Sometimes compassionate hands have no heart behind them. They are for show and reciprocal benefit. Are you ready to pass the test of true service and perform your good deeds in anonymity? The world needs you to be a masked superhero, unnamed, and seeking no fame or reward. Why not write a new comic book hero script with your heroic secret good deeds? Be that superhero that everyone thinks is a nobody, but in heavenly measures is a giant of good. Then you will be walking in the footsteps of our Lord who owned the universe but was thought to be a pauper. Wouldn't it be an honor to be thought of as a regular guy, a nobody, a face in the crowd, but known as a superhero in the heavens? Christians who are mature in the spiritual practice of secrecy, learn to be content putting on a puppet show of good works by invisibly pulling the strings above the curtain, making blessings dance to the needs of others, and then going home without ever being seen by anyone but God. Can you be satisfied acting in secrecy for God? Can you put on a show of good works for the sheer joy of serving others? It is also a very fine art to be seen showing good works, but doing so without drawing attention to oneself, focusing everyone on the show itself. We must learn to be content locking away the knowledge of our good deeds in the vaults of heaven to be withdrawn only when we meet our Lord. Make it a practice to stamp your good deeds, confidential, and you will also allow the receiver to maintain a sense of dignity, untainted by beholdness. It is good for your soul to leave people staring through the peephole of memories trying to figure out who did the wonderful thing, gave the generous gift, or provided the compassionate care. Are you ready for the ultimate spiritual practice of secrecy, giving a gift to a nameless, faceless person to whom you are also nameless and faceless? It is a virtue to label your good deeds top secret, requiring angelic clearance or above. Jesus valued secrecy. On more than one occasion he told people not to tell others about things concerning him. He also told others to keep their own secrets about good things they did. He said,
"When you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret." Matthew 6 verses 3-4.
Finally, the world needs more Christians who are spiritual treasuries of the hopes, fears, problems, and confessions of hurting people. Be a person people can talk to with no worry of it being spread to others. Secrecy is a way we hinder the spread of gossip, slander, and rumor. Through secrecy we create safe spaces where people can freely be who they are without fear or worry. I end with a few inspirational quotes about secrecy.
Man is not what he thinks he is what he hides. André Malraux. Secrecy is a discipline of abstinence or self-denial. Denying ourselves attention and praise is a powerful practice for soul transformation. It's a way to help us get free of people-pleasing, and managing what people think of us. It makes space for a deeper engagement of love and dependence upon God. Bill Gautier. Secrets, silent, stony sit in the dark palaces of both our hearts, secrets weary of their tyranny, tyrants willing to be dethroned. James Joyce, Ulysses. In the discipline of secrecy, we abstain from causing our good deeds and qualities to be known. We may even take steps to prevent them from being known. We learn to love to be unknown and even to accept misunderstanding without the loss of our peace, joy, or purpose. We allow God to decide when our deeds will be known and when our light will be noticed. And that love and humility encourages us to see our associates in the best possible light, even to the point of our hoping they will do better and appear better than us. Dallas Willard, The Spirit of the Disciplines. The discipline of secrecy goes against the current expectation of our culture. Right now the cultural expectation is for people to share their whole lives with the world. In every social media post or video we create, we want to be valued. We want people to see our generosity, our kindness, and our support of particular causes. This impulse is exacerbated by but not limited to social media. The need for public affirmation is close at hand for all of us. Michael R. Palmer. Every man has his secret sorrows which the world knows not, and oftentimes we call a man cold when he is only sad. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Hyperion. We dance round in a ring and suppose, but the secret sits in the middle and knows. Robert Frost, The Secret Sits. If we could read the secret history of our enemies, we should find in each man's life sorrow and suffering enough to disarm all hostility. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Driftwood. Nothing makes us so lonely as our secrets. Paul Tournier.
In conclusion, may the God of grace and goodness take away your need for people to laud your good deeds. May your good deeds alone infuse you with joy.